good one. I have seen him work often. The bell for round one, Griffith in the blue trunks, the black fighter, and Monzòn, the white fighter, in the black trunks. Those of you who have seen Monzòn fight know that he is a tough, mauling, brawling style of fighter who uses the left jab and then comes in with a whistling right. He's never been knocked out. A very difficult opponent who uses the arms, the elbows, the shoulders. Griffith, lacking the reach of Monzòn, will have to get inside and work on the midsection and hope in that manner to wear Monzòn down. It will not be easy. We're a minute into round one. This is a very small ring, by the way. It is only 16 feet, but it doesn't really matter to Griffith because he knows he must make the fight. He must get inside. Incidentally, Jackie Stewart, our good friend and ABC colleague, has now arrived in the arena. Again, we apologize for the scuffle at the top of the show. And Jackie will join us very briefly in round two to update you on tomorrow's Grand Prix. There's Griffith, as you see, trying to work inside. We have 2 minutes into round one. So far, the action has been scant. And Emile is actually at a distance. He hasn't plowed in as I had thought he would do, and as Gil Clancy, his manager, had told me he would do. A quick right landed by Monzòn. The two fought September 25th, 1971, and Emile went down in the 14th. Utter fatigue. Monzòn successfully defended, as he has on all other occasions, since he won the title from Benvenuti in 1970. Benvenuti, incidentally, is within 6 feet of us, watching at ringside. Culture, Jackie Stewart, who holds the pole position for tomorrow's Grand Prix, and what does that mean, Jackie?
Well, it means I think it's going to be a pretty hard race, Howard. It looks as if it's going to be almost as hard as these boxers are going through now. I've got pole position for this Grand Prix. It's going to be on Wide World, of course, on the 16th of June, so it's a hard race. I'm looking forward to it. Monaco is perhaps the best of the year as far as motor racing is concerned, and we're certainly expecting to have a great race tomorrow.
I'm sure you will, and I can speak from personal experience. It is one of the great international sports events. We look forward to it. Don't go away, Jackie. Watch this fight, and we'll bring you in during the course of it.
Thank you, Howard.
All right, we pick up with the action in round two. Emile Griffith against Carlos Monzòn. Little action, in truth, in the first round. And surprisingly, Griffith has been keeping his distance. Well, the crowd thought that was a good left that Griffith landed, but Monzòn slipped the punch effectively. It looked better to the crowd than it was in fact. Watch as the fight progresses the way Monzòn will use those elbows and shoulders. When he gets his arm wrapped around you, he's effectively punching the other fighter in the back of the neck. A Monzòn technique that he's gotten away with and he's been effective with through the years. We're a little past a minute and a half into round two, and as you see the disparity in the size of the two fighters, it makes you wonder more than ever how Monzòn qualifies as a middleweight. But he does. As I said, he ran 3 miles yesterday and then boxed 3 rounds to get down to weight. Incidentally, at the end of this round, we'll be giving our stations along the line a chance at a station break, so please be accordingly advised. Griffith with a quick surge, but again doing no damage. Emile Griffith, whose ups and downs have been many, who lost his title to Benvenuti, who then won it back from Benvenuti in an outdoor bout at Shea Stadium, and then who lost it back to Neiman, but who has kept fighting through all of the years, who had tragedy interrupt his career in the never-to-be-forgotten case of Benny Kid Paret. All right, we approach the end of the round. We'll return with more of ABC's Wide World of Sports after this message from our local stations. We are into the third round by 10 seconds, and Emile came out charging to start the third, got Monzòn into a corner, but failed to connect with a single blow. So far, we've got a siesta here. I will say this, Emile is moving in on Monzòn more in this round. He's now trying at least to fight the battle plan outlined by his manager, Gil Clancy. That reach of Monzòn stands him in good stead. The left can keep Emile away, prevent him from getting in as he wants to do. And always Emile must be careful of that whistling right. Emile did land a left to the jaw there, to Monzón's right jaw. Had Monzòn pinned against the ropes and connected. We have 1 minute and 15 seconds left in this, the third round. Thus far, the fight is principally notable for the failure of either fighter to hit the other. The crowd took that Griffith left for much more than it was. We have half a minute to go in round 3. It's a 20-point must-scoring system, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of a round must get 20 points. We, of course, have the mandatory 8 count. Should there be 3 knockdowns in a round, the bout will end. The 3 knockdown rule has not been waived for this one. And you are saved by the bell. The bell ends the round. There's no continuation of the count. At least those are the rules they gave us before the fight. Prior experience makes us dubious about anything here. We're back live via the satellite in the Principality of Monaco, the start of round 4 for the middleweight championship of the world. Emile Griffith, the black fighter, Carlos Monzòn, the defending champion, the white fighter. And so far, for those of you who've been watching, you don't need to be told it's been a dull fight, but Monzòn just got in a good left against Emile Griffith. Our last time in this ring with Monzòn was back in 1971, September. And that was the occasion when suddenly in the third round, Benvenuti's manager, Bruno Amaduzzi, threw in the towel and the fight ended in disarray, chaos, and all of the rest. So we are prepared this time to isolate on the towels in each corner should that eventuality be necessitated. The end of this round, we'll be moving back to Jim McKay in New York. is charging, as you can see, Monzòn. A minute 15 gone in this, the fourth round. One minute to go in the fourth round. Brambilla, the referee from Italy, sets them apart. Thus far, Griffith has not been able to fight the kind of fight he told me he wanted to fight. Get inside, pummel the other guy to the midsection. That left get into Griffith from Monzòn. That's the left that keeps Emile away. "20 seconds left in the round. We approach the end of round 4, and we're going to turn you over to Jim McKay. We're back live via the satellite. Principality of Monaco, the start of the 5th round of this World Middleweight Championship fight. Monzòn, the defending champion, the light fighter, against Emile Griffith of New York City, the challenger. Emile's 24th championship fight, as we have noted earlier. Thus far, there's not been a lot of action. Although in the 4th round, Monzòn started to connect. A good right lead by Griffith. A good right lead that caught Carlos. He used the ropes to spring away. One minute gone in round 5. The action thus far in this round amounting mainly to that right lead by Emile. One judge, by the way, is from France. One judge is from West Germany. The referee, Piero Brambilla, is from Italy, so there can be no accusation of partisanship on the part of any of the judges, in theory. Monzòn using the left effectively in that flurry. One minute left in round 5. The quiet of the crowd speaks for itself. Most exciting thing here at the moment is Jackie Stewart's tuxedo. Jackie, how come you're in this resplendent garb? Well, the party might be better than this. The crowd is chanting its disapproval. We approach the end of round 5. We're back for our round 6. Here live via the satellite in Monaco. This is the World Middleweight Championship bout. Emile Griffith to the right of your screen. Carlos Monzòn, the defending champion, to the left. The referee whom you just saw, Piero Brambilla of Italy. Well, Griffith hasn't been able perhaps to do a lot, but he's kept Monzòn somehow with his own style from doing a lot too. And that's the nub of this fight. Very little going on. Emile has a tough time connecting because of the other fellow's longer reach. Keeps him away, and then Emile flails at him, and the blows just miss. Doesn't have enough reach to get to him too often. A minute and a half gone in the 6th round. Well, if things get dull enough, our producer, Jeff Mason, can always give us a shot of the king himself, Yul Brynner. There he is. There he is. Great actor. Crowd made noise because as we were flicking back to the fighters, Emile had charged Carlos, but ineffectual. "30 seconds to go, and this is the 6th round. Remember, we're coming to you live via the satellite. We approach the end of round 6. Italian television, Nino Benvenuti himself, the former middleweight champion of the world. The action underway, such as it is. I would think in the scoring, Monzòn is nicely ahead because of his ability to flick that left in much more frequently than Emile has been able to score.
Tout à l'heure, n'oublie pas, c'est à 20 minutes.
Minute and a half gone in the 7th round. I must say, Monzòn doesn't seem to have a lot of snap to his efforts tonight, and it may be that he's worn himself out because of the difficulty of making the weight. Emile getting a left there and another left that little bit of excitement. Neither fighter is in any sense marked. We have about 25 seconds left in the round. We're back in the Principality of Monaco, live via the satellite World Middleweight Championship fight, and it's the 8th round underway. Carlos with perhaps a little more snap than he's shown in the recent rounds. A little more snap to his punches. One has to wonder how much he left of himself in trying to make the weight. Or how much he took out of himself. 2 minutes to go in the 8th round. Griffith scored with a right, but the crowd gets excited very quickly here with the semblance of a blow. Unless something extraordinary suddenly happens, we're once again going to give our stations along the line the opportunity for a station break at the end of this round. Seconds left in this, the 8th round. A tedious repeat of the prior rounds. We approach the end of the 8th round, and we'll return with more of ABC's Wide World of Sports after this message from our local stations. Round 9 just underway. Monzòn to the right of your screen, Griffith to the left. Monzòn of Argentina, defending middleweight champion. Griffith, the challenger. Twice the past middleweight champion. And the man in between them, Nino Benvenuti, at ringside, broadcasting this one back to the folks in Italy. I'll tell you, if Emile can make a charge in the late rounds, and through the years he's had the stamina to fight effectively in the late going, he's got a good run at Monzòn, because Monzòn is not a snappy fighter tonight. Gil Clancy, who is one of the shrewder fight managers in America, pinned much of his hopes tonight. He told me at the weigh-in today on the notion that Monzòn took too much out of himself in making the weight. Good right by Emile. That's the good thing about Griffith. Now he's trying to get inside. He surprises with his stamina. And he's always been unafraid. Less than a minute to go in round 9. There is a welt now developing on the upper right cheek of Monzòn. Just the beginnings of red. Less than a half minute remaining in the 9th round. Carlos moving away, trying to use that left to keep Griffith away. We approach the end of round 9. Well, we've just begun round 10 here, live via the satellite from Monaco in the World Middleweight Championship fight. And Emile Griffith had himself a pretty good round, in my opinion, in the 9th round. Maybe with his stamina and with Monzòn looking as listless as he's looked, it seems to me, most of the evening, Emile can come on and have a good shot. We'll have to watch developments, of course. Emile got in 2 lefts. He's getting to him now, where he couldn't reach him in the earlier rounds. One minute gone in the 10th round. Monzòn to the right, Griffith to the left of your screen. Emile all over Monzòn and actually connecting with first a right lead and then a left. The left jab of Monzòn gets in there and got in there again. Did you notice the way that left arm of Monzòn was around Griffith? That's where he can do damage in his way. He pummels the adversary on the back of the neck. Takes its toll. Less than 2 minutes to go in round 10. Monzón's been involved in a lot of strange endings here in Europe. There was the Benvenuti Tau incident. Denny Moyer was giving a good account of himself in Rome when they stopped the fight in the 5th round and gave it to Monzòn, and the ring was filled with disapproving debris. Then in Paris last June 17th, we watched Jean-Claude Boutier, hailed as the successor to Marcel Sedan, lose overwhelmingly to Monzòn in the early going. Suddenly he had 2 good rounds in the 11th and 12th, Boutier did, and then he didn't get up for the 13th, stayed on the stool. We're almost at the end of the round. We're going to turn you over to our colleague in New York, Jim McKay. And we were on Emile Griffith as he came out. Piero Brambilla, the referee, puts the fighters together, assumes his position of watchfulness. And maybe this fight will grow in interest in these latter rounds because Griffith appears snappier and Monzòn has been listless all evening. We've gone a minute into round 11. That's what you must not be misled by. Both of those Griffith blows missed. And he missed that way throughout the early rounds when it seemed to me Monzòn was successfully scoring with the left, keeping Emile away with his left and scoring with it. A minute to go in round 11. Well, there should be a lot of action in the Grand Prix tomorrow, which you'll be seeing 2 weeks from now with the likes of Jackie Stewart, Peter Revson, Emerson Fittipaldi, and the rest of the great open road races. It's Victor Herbert's Toyland here in Monaco. One can almost see the memories of Jeanette MacDonald and Nelson Eddy. Better memories than I'll have of this fight. Well, we've got 20 seconds left. The end of round 11. We are beginning round 12. Live via the satellite. Our transmission is live. The fight has not been. Emile Griffith, the challenger. Carlos Monzòn, the defending champion. We've gone a minute into round 12. There have been no knockdowns, nothing resembling same. No hard punches landed really throughout the fight. Less than a minute to go in round 12. Twenty-five seconds to go in the round.
Indianapolis.
That's what I was going to
let's
ask
pick up
him.
with the action of the fight.
That's
We'll get
all
back
right.
to Jimmy later as the opportunity presents itself. We're in round 13. I'm sure Jimmy wanted to ask you about Indy and what you think should be done. Well, I said earlier that as we watch this pattern repeat itself in the 13th round of this fight, that Jackie Stewart's tuxedo was the most exciting thing of the night. It may have been that scuffle at the very top of the show. Just checking out a mild welt over Griffith's eye there, the referee was. And Monzòn did land a decent combination there. The scuffle was simply this. Our production assistant, Andy Crawford, was suddenly beset by three of Monaco's police as they tried to break our lines and intercept the telecast. And Andy didn't quite know what to do, and suddenly four of them were in a scuffle, and as you could see, we did lose picture. But Andy emerged unscathed, and he's hard at work here at ringside. He's more fatigued at the moment than the fighters. This is the 13th round. Monzòn against Griffith. Middleweight championship at stake. This is round 14 just beginning here in Monaco. The middleweight title bout, and I've just checked around at ringside, and everybody now has this fight that I've been able to check with, including Bernard Kirsch of the New York Times. It's very close. I'll say this, as dull as the fight has been, it's hard to believe this is the Carlos Monzòn we're used to seeing, with that strong right. There's a right that got into Griffith's face. Well, Emile wasn't fazed by it. He's been active in these recent rounds. Minute 15 seconds gone. This the 14th round. There is blood over Griffith's right eye, which I trust you can see. One minute to go in the 14th round. That cut is not bothering Emile at all. That's the cut that was checked earlier by the referee, Brambilla. There's no flow of blood down into the eye that would cause impairment of vision. Oh, we had a fair exchange there. A good right by Monzòn that hurt Emile Griffith. Probably the best shot of the night. The end of the round as we follow Griffith here. Now the bell for the start of the 15th and final round. Gil Clancy is pretty hopped up over in his corner. Gil seems to think his man is ahead on points. Emile is going after Carlos. Carlos got in a good quick left. This is the 15th and final round. As I told you, they've got this fight scored pretty evenly here at ringside. The end of 13 rounds, Bernard Kirsch of the Times had Griffith slightly ahead. Not that his scorecard is official or anything of the sort. Just giving you an indicator to some of the views of ringside. We have a minute 15 seconds left in this fight. Seconds to go. Seconds to go. As we wind down the fight, 10 seconds to go. We're going to be back for the decision. But as this fight ends, we go to Jim McKay in New York. Apparently, Carlos Monzòn has been given the decision and is still the middleweight champion of the world.